We all have thinking patterns that limit us. Not the obvious ones, the biases we have read about, named, and feel vaguely vigilant against. The deeper ones. The assumptions so familiar they do not present themselves as assumptions. The frameworks applied so automatically they are invisible. The reasoning habits so consistent across different situations that they feel like clear-sightedness rather than a pattern. The problem with blind spots is precisely what makes them blind spots. You cannot see them from inside your own thinking. You need either a trusted critic who knows your work well enough to spot the patterns, or a process that surfaces them without requiring you to see what you cannot yet see. I built a process with Claude. I gave it 18 months of my documented thinking, decisions I had made, positions I had held, arguments I had constructed. I asked it to audit my reasoning for patterns, assumptions, and blind spots. What it found was uncomfortable and genuinely useful. Welcome to Tech Talk Tech. We upload every single day with fresh AI strategies. Subscribe now and hit the bell so you never miss tomorrow's video. Why self-examination rarely finds the real patterns. Most attempts at honest self-examination produce selective honesty. We examine the thinking we are willing to question. We tend to catch the errors we were already half aware of, the moments when we knew at the time that we were being hasty, or wishful, or insufficiently rigorous. These are the errors that feel like lapses. We acknowledge them, resolve to do better, and feel that the examination has been thorough. What self-examination almost never surfaces are the systematic patterns, the errors that feel like clarity, the assumptions that feel like realism, the reasoning habits that have always produced confident conclusions without ever producing self-doubt. Systematic patterns require an outside perspective to see. They require someone who can look across many instances of your thinking and observe the consistent shape of it, not whether any individual piece of reasoning was sound, but whether there is a recurring structure to how you approach problems, frame situations, and reach conclusions. This is what AI provides when it is used as an auditing tool rather than a thinking assistant. The audit setup. The audit requires a body of documented thinking substantial enough for patterns to be visible. Emails and messages where I had laid out my reasoning on significant decisions. Documents where I had developed strategic positions. Notes from important conversations where I had articulated my analysis. Anything where my thinking was recorded in enough detail to reveal the structure of how I reasoned rather than just the conclusions I reached. I gave Claude this material, approximately 40 pieces of documented thinking spread across 18 months. I asked it not to evaluate whether my conclusions were correct. I asked it to identify the consistent structural patterns in how I reasoned, the recurring moves, the characteristic assumptions, the consistent ways I framed problems and responded to complexity. The framing matters. An AI asked to evaluate your conclusions will tell you whether you were right. An AI asked to audit the structure of your reasoning will tell you how you think, which is more useful and more uncomfortable. What the audit found. Claude identified 4 patterns. 3 I partially recognized. 1 I had never seen. The first pattern was a consistent tendency to reach for analogies from a narrow domain. When facing novel situations, I reliably framed them using mental models from one particular area of my experience. The analogies were often useful, but the consistent narrowness of the domain meant that equally relevant frameworks from other domains were systematically not considered. The second pattern was a preference for internal explanations over external ones. When things went wrong, I tended to locate the cause in decisions and actions, things that could have been done differently, rather than in circumstances and conditions that were largely outside any individual's control. This produced useful accountability but also a systematic underestimation of the role that environment and timing play in outcomes. The third pattern was a consistent underweighting of evidence that arrived late. My initial framing of a situation tended to anchor my interpretation of subsequent information, meaning that evidence arriving early had disproportionate influence on my conclusions compared to evidence arriving later, even when the later evidence was equally or more relevant. These three I had some awareness of in isolated forms. The fourth I had never seen. The fourth pattern was a consistent gap between the rigor I applied to others' arguments and the rigor I applied to my own. When evaluating a position held by someone else, I automatically identified assumptions, demanded evidence, and looked for alternative explanations. When evaluating a position I had constructed myself, I applied substantially less scrutiny. The same reasoning that would have prompted skeptical questions if it had come from someone else produced confident conclusions when it came from me. This asymmetry is common. Seeing it documented across 40 pieces of my own thinking, with specific examples, made it impossible to dismiss. What changed after the audit? The audit did not transform my thinking overnight. That is not how patterns change. What it produced was a checklist, 4 specific questions I now ask before committing to any significant conclusion. What domain is this analogy coming from, and what would a framework from a different domain suggest? Is this explanation internal when it could reasonably be external? What evidence has arrived most recently, and am I weighting it appropriately? And am I applying the same scrutiny to this argument that I would apply if someone else had made it? 4 questions. Derived from 4 specific patterns in my own documented thinking. More targeted than any generic thinking checklist because they address the specific failure modes of my specific reasoning rather than the general failure modes of human cognition. The audit did not make me a better thinker by telling me how smart people think. It made me a better thinker by showing me how I think, and making the patterns visible enough to address. Your action plan starting today: collect 20 to 40 pieces of your documented thinking from the past year. Emails. Decisions. Strategic positions. Arguments. Give them to Claude. Ask it to identify the structural patterns, not whether you were right, but how you consistently reason. What it finds will be uncomfortable. That is the point. What blind spot in your thinking do you suspect exists but have never been able to see clearly? Drop it in the comments. I personally reply to every comment. If this gave you a process for finally seeing the patterns in your thinking that you cannot see alone, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to Tech Talk Tech. We upload every single day. See you tomorrow.